held in Kilmainham jail. Same deal for the children as for the adults. If they weren't doing labour outside the cells, they could spend long periods of time being locked up, then be let up for purposes of religion, purposes of exercise. Adult or child exercise was for 1 hour per day. So what you have in this yard, girls walking around in a circle, one behind the other, anti-clockwise direction, boys, wider circle outside that. Clockwise direction, like the adults. Children not allowed to talk to each other like the adults. It was forbidden for the children even to make eye contact. At all times, eyes were to be submissively downcast, looking at the feet. Just to give you some examples. Say it in a big loud voice.
I'm 8 years old.
She's 8 years old.
I'm 6 years old.
He's 6 years old. Okay. Believe it or not, either of these two kids could have been prisoners in this jail. Winter of 1839, little girl, 8 years of age, Alicia Kelly, stole a cloak from a lady to keep herself warm. For this crime, the child was put in here for 5 months. A few years later, at 11 years of age, she again was found guilty of an act of theft, but this now meant Alicia Kelly was a repeat offender, and repeat offenders were not looked upon kindly. At 11 years of age, she was transported from this country to Australia as a convict. And early last year I was doing the tour, and I always mention Alicia Kelly on my tours. I had just done so, and a lady stepped forward. She was Australian, direct descendant of Alicia Kelly, 6 generations down. There and then on the spot, she produced this sheaf of papers showing me the line of descent, and indeed a lot more information besides. I was absolutely dumbfounded. I was speechless what I was looking at. You are now in the Stonebreakers yard. It was in this yard 14 leaders of the 1916 rebellion were put to death. Where you see the cross on the ground there, 13 men were shot at that point by firing squad. 1 man shot the other end. If you shade your eyes from the sun, you'll be able to see that other cross. That was James Connolly, the only one of these men who did not spend his last night alive in Kilmainham jail. The reason for that was he had been badly wounded in the fighting in the General Post Office on O'Connell Street. His shin bone had been shattered by a bullet. Wound had gone gangrenous, he would have died, but they kept him alive long enough so they could bring him up here, make an example out of him, deter any more Irish from following in his footsteps. In the meantime, Connie was held in a Red Cross hospital, and on the morning of the 12th he was collected from there. Ambulance came to the jail, the large wooden gates there opened up, ambulance into the yard. Connie had to be carried from the ambulance, he couldn't walk because of the shattered leg. There he was strapped into a wooden chair to face the firing squad. Interesting to note, the leader of Irish employers at the time, a Cork man by the name of William Martin Murphy, actually called on the British to shoot Connie, presumably because of Connie's trade union activities in Ireland in years preceding 1916. Connolly, Scottish man by birth, was a great labour leader here in Ireland and a figure much hated by Irish employers of the day. Now, most of the men shot in the yard were conservative Irish nationals, but Connolly, he wasn't conservative, he was radical, he was socialist. 2 others were put to death for the part of leading the 1916 rebellion, but not at this location. Finally, I want to draw your attention to our national flag, flying here in honour of these men who made the ultimate sacrifice for the freedom of Ireland. Like the flags of other nations, our flag is rich with symbolism. Our flag tells a story. On the island of Ireland, traditionally, there are 2 separate ethnic groups. Nowadays, many ethnic groups here, but traditionally just 2. The Green stroke Irish nationalists. That is people, part of whose cultural identity is a sense of Irishness about themselves, and the Orange stroke British Unionists. People, part of whose cultural identity is a sense of Britishness about themselves. They've been descended from settlers put into Ireland by Britain. This flag gets across the wish of Irish nationalists of these 2 different traditions on the island of Ireland being united together in peace. Thus we have the white, symbolising peace, joining together the green and the orange. So please follow me. We'll move on.